Hello, and we're live. That's right. We're live now. And wow, what a Canadiens game that was. The Montreal Canadiens went into Washington tonight. They played the Washington Capitals. And Spotlight Hockey, how's it going? Spotlight Hockey in the chat. Um, that was a game. That was the Montreal Canadiens game this season. And honestly, I'm very proud of how the Canadiens played. If anyone's in, hello everybody. Wow, 2 viewers already. Hello, welcome. If you can, please let me know if you can read the board. I really hope that you can. If you can't, I'll hold it up to the screen and read the stats off. But the Canadiens did play very well tonight. Spotlight. I agree. They played a typical Canadiens game this season. The game was insane, Mr. Eagle. 2809, 2801. I'm messing up your name. My apologies. But yeah, the Canadiens, they pretty much played a typical Montreal Canadiens game this season. And yeah, we're going to get into the stats. Sadly, I was not able to fix the my steel board or my steel stand to fit like this, so I'll have to do it like this now. So, point leaders. They've improved a lot tonight. Tomas Tatar now has 7 goals, 12 assists for 19 points. He had a goal and 3 assists tonight. Spoiler alert. 19 points on the season thus far. Shea Weber, the man who I kept telling Montreal to trade, has the second most points. 6 goals, 10 assists for 16 points. Shea Weber is probably proving he's worth that $7 million. Of course, he still has time to mess it up. Will he? I highly doubt it, but he could. He very well could. Jonathan Drouin with 7 goals, 8 assists, and Brendan Gallagher 8 goals, 7 assists, both with 15 points. Drouin had a scary hit tonight, or took a scary hit tonight that we'll get into, that I'm actually quite mad about. I'm very pissed off at it, if I could use those words. I select, as Devils keep losing in the Taylor Hall situation is still going, is that he might get traded or signed somewhere else. Do you think this is common? This is in common? No, I don't think it's in common with the McDavid situation at all, personally. McDavid, at least him and the Oilers are winning now. They're top in the West. I was about to say top in the East. They're top in the West right now. Top 2, they might be number 1. I'm not sure. I know it's between the Blues. They're both tied for points. But with the Oilers, I don't think it's in common with the McDavid situation. I think, while yes, he was unhappy to be in Edmonton, I don't think he wants to leave anymore, given they're winning. With Taylor Hall, it's completely different. You know, he's demanding, I want to say Marner money. He's demanding $10 million or something like that. I think he is. I'm not sure if I'm just imagining that, or if there's actually been reports he wants Marner money. But I'm pretty sure he's going to want Marner money. And personally, I think the Devils trade him. I could see, I don't want to say Toronto, but I could see a big team who needs that extra player for that push into the playoffs. I'm just gonna say like a Toronto who's just on the cusp of being out of the playoffs, maybe even like a Buffalo, or someone with a lot of cap like Detroit. Trading Taylor Hall to one of those places. Of course, Detroit's not in the playoffs anymore. Just an example. Someone with a bunch of cap like Detroit, or someone who's just out of the playoffs like Toronto. Someone that could use that extra push, that extra big star player to get into the playoffs. I think Taylor Hall is that type of person. So I don't think it's irrelevant. I don't think it's common with the McDavid situation. I think McDavid wants to stay in Edmonton at this point since they are winning, him, Draisaitl, and everyone else. Him, Draisaitl, Smith, and everyone else. The Nuge. I can't forget the Nuge. But Taylor Hall, that team's just falling apart right now. Well, yes, they are rebuilding. They do have Jack Hughes. They're probably going to get a top 3 draft pick this season, I would think, personally. Get another top 3 draft pick, I should say. They're on the downswing right now, and I think Taylor Hall wants to win right now before it's too late. And I think trading him off as a deadline deal to someplace would be great. And by the way, I'm actually going to confirm now, I'm going to be streaming on the trade deadline. Whenever I get up, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm going to stream on the trade deadline. So I thought I'd mention that now. So back to Habs. Did Weber get hurt badly? And OMG. Yeah, that hit. Exactly. I feel bad for Juan, and Ovi did a dirty hit. I'm going to turn it to Don Cherry tonight. I'm going to say right now, when I talk about that Jordan hit, I'm turning into Don Cherry. I'm home alone, so I can yell right now. But yeah, I didn't see Weber get hit badly, thankfully. If he did, I missed it, but it's not on my notes or anything. But if he did, oh, that's not good. But yeah, that Jordan hit, I'm gonna talk about it once we get into the end of the second period, or midway through the second period, I believe. But yeah, back to the points leaders just for a bit to cool my mind down. Jonathan Danault. Phillip Danault, 6 goals, 8 assists for 13 points. Max Domi still 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. The kid really needs to get more points. I love Domi, and I want to see him get points. Yoel Armia, 6 goals, 4 assists, and Jeff Petrie, 2 goals, 8 assists, both with 10 points. Nick Suzuki, 4 goals, 4 assists. Ben Schwa, 3 goals, 5 assists, both with 8 points. Arturi Lehkonen and Nick Cousins, both 2 goals, 5 assists. And Nate Thompson, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Victor Mete still with 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. Jordan Weal, 3 goals, 1 assist. He was back in the lineup tonight. Paul Byron, 1 goal, 3 assists, both with 4 points. Jesper Kotkaniemi, 2 goals, 1 assist. Mike Riley, 3 assists for 3 points each of them. Foley and Kulak each with an assist. And Fleury and Paling still with no points. Paling was a healthy scratch tonight. Or actually, no, he's not a healthy scratch. He was sent back down to the AHL, which is understandable. He had 0 points in 3 games, I believe it was. I understand sending the kid back down for a bit, get him on that first or second line in the AHL. I believe it'd be first or second, I'm pretty sure. Get the kid some playing time. Some more playing time. And then call him up either next year or later in the year when he's ready. And for that possible playoff push, if you need Paling for that, I think he'd be a great guy for a playoff push. Would be Paling. Now, yes, he would be under a lot of stress, but I don't know. 4 goals in your first game, getting 3 goals on the Leafs, and then the overtime winner. But yeah, and of course now we got to get into the bottom half of the stats. By the way, my apologies for these being 6 and then these being 7 and then the last row being 8. I miscalculated where my stats would be. I probably could have put some player just like Price with assists, but I didn't want to. 4 viewers. Oh my God, I am gonna go crazy tonight. I guarantee it. Current record 11-5-3. We are now, I want to say 4 points behind the Bruins because they won tonight, so they took 2 more points against the Leafs. Damn it. 25 points on the season, so we jump up into second in the Atlantic, or stay second in the Atlantic, I should say, and are now 4th Eastern. Last game was this one. Canadiens win 5-2 against the Capitals. It's an insane game that we're going to get into. Power play is 11 for 62. Technically, it's 12 for 62, but we will get into that later in the game. Penalty kill is 44 for 61. Penalty kill is not that bad. We've allowed, yes, nearly 20 goals in power play, or on the penalty kill, but we've still saved 44 of those. Home record is still 6-3-0, and our away record now expands to an amazing 5-2-3. That feeling when your away record is better than your home record, and it's by virtue. We've played 9 games at home, and we've played 10 games on the road, really. So there's that. Just a moment. I have to. Just a moment. I have to. I'm replying to a friend of mine. All right, I'm back now. We have 3 goals, 4 viewers, and 2 likes. Oh my God! Wow. All right, we've got to get into the. Oh God, I just opened OBS, so this might lag for a minute. I accidentally opened OBS because I have it right next to the WordPad. Woo, Daddy Webby, Julian Plante, welcome back to the stream. Daddy Webby is second on the team in points. Go Habs, go indeed. I'm going to get into it now. The Montreal Canadiens ended the Capitals' 13-game point streak. 5 viewers, hello, 3 likes. Oh my God, we are grit. We are the Capitals. Go Domi, go. Go Domi, go. Spotlight. Sadly, no points tonight, but Domi, I know he's just waiting. He's just waiting in the Weems to just explode with like a 4-point night one night. So we've got to get into this hockey game. We've got to get into this absolute hockey game. So first off, of course, are the lines in just a minute. If I can. There we go. Okay, now, so actually I go to 80%. How does 70% look, actually? 70% is good enough. All right, so praise Domi. Praise Domi and praise Big Daddy Webby. Byron, Domi, Armia, Tatar, Suzuki, Lehkonen. So Suzuki was switched over to the center's position. Did Suzuki score? Yes, he did, and we're going to get into that. And then Cousins, Thompson, Weal. So they moved Cousins to the left wing, and they scratched, or they didn't scratch Paling. They sent Paling back down to the AHL after the last game. And then they put Weal back. Yeah, Suzuki, he's a young stud. He's got 8 points in 19 games. For a rookie, that's amazing. I honestly think he could be for the Calder. If he were to score more, which I think he's definitely gonna explode soon. I think Suzuki. I could even if they don't, then I think Suzuki and Domi each explode. I could see them getting a couple points each. Great game by Superior Propane. Julian, who is Superior Propane? I don't think I get that. And then the defensive lineups were switched up once again. Put Suzuki on the same line with Domi and Drouin. Oh yeah, I would personally put Suzuki on the same line as Domi. I wouldn't put Suzuki on the first line right away personally because I think Drouin, Danault, and Gallagher work really, really well together. Oh, it's a meme from Suzuki's Junior Time. Nice nickname. I'm gonna have to use that from now on for him. Thank you for that. I'm gonna make a mental note of that. But the defense pairings were switched up once again this game. I just realized I have water. From last night that I haven't drunk yet. I haven't drank yet. So I'm going to be drinking that because my mouth was kind of dry. The defensive lineups were switched again. It was Sherratt, Weber, Mete Petrie, and Kulak Fleury. Fleury's still no points, but I'm going to say now he's still really, really good. I think Cale Fleury is absolutely going to stay up. I think he's officially a main roster player. He's on the NHL, and I could absolutely see Fleury. I could see him scoring a couple goals midway through the season. I think midway is when he's going to start scoring offensively. I think he's going to be playing defensively very well for a while. By the way, of course, this is a Canadiens. I guess it's supposed to be a workout thing, but the top kind of broke, so. That feeling when you try and drink water on stream and you end up missing your mouth. How do I function as a normal human being? And you know what? Just because it looks nice, I'm actually not gonna leave it on the jersey. I'm gonna wipe it up. I'm gonna wipe it up with the jersey. I'm gonna leave it on my mouth just because it'll soak into my beard. It'll give me a big John Scott beard. I want John Scott's beard. Cody CC, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We beat the Caps. I can function as a human being because we beat them. Yeah, Suzuki does need. Okay, that's actually getting annoying. CC does need to be traded. Honestly, the fact we traded him for Ron Hainsey, or we got him for Ron Hainsey, I think that was the trade. That was not, or it wasn't 1-for-1, obviously, but it was pretty much Ron Hainsey for CC, and that CC does need to be traded. I can see him being a deadline deal, and while it would probably hurt, I think it could help if we trade CC for like a first. If we have to trade someone like say a Nylander I would do it if you get a first and say a prospect. I mean, the Leafs right now aren't even in the playoff spot, so I think for them trading for a prospect and maybe a first rounder, if you get rid of say Nylander and Ceci, I don't know. I think Ottawa would take it. I think Ottawa would absolutely take that. Riley, such a bad game for him. Babcock, he pulled Freddie for no reason. Well, I've honestly been saying Babcock needs to be traded for a little while now. Let's see if I can do this right. No water spillage. Great. Oh, wow, 60 minutes. I'm not even in the game. Holy shit! I'm gonna have to rush this. But yeah, Babcock does need to be fired. I think midway through the season they will fire him, and I hope so. I hope he doesn't work again in the NHL. He's not great. Like a pro. Thank you, Julian. Leafs trade Nylander and Ceci. I would not want to do that for Victor Mete. I would not do that. Mete is a way better player than Ceci. Don't trade for Ceci. Don't take on Nylander's $10 million cap hit. Don't take on the Nylander $10 million cap hit when you have to sign. I think Danault's up after the season. Armia's up after the season. I believe Sherratt is up. No, Sherratt was signed a 3-year deal. Lehkonen, I think, is up after the season. Thompson's up after the season. Mete's up after this season. I believe even Kotkaniemi's up after this season. When you have all those guys, and to trade, when you have all those guys to trade for or to sign after the season, then yeah, don't take on $10 million in cap unless you're giving up Shea Weber. But I don't know. Even then, 16 points with Shea Weber. 16 points with Shea Weber. I don't know if I would do CC for Weber. That's not a great trade unless Leafs are throwing in their first round pick and somehow the Leafs get a top 3 draft pick. I don't know. I would do. I don't know. Personally, I would do CC for someone like for Kulak and Alzner if the Leafs would do that. Which I don't know. They probably would. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Kyle Dubas is probably smarter than that. Randy N. Hi, Harry. Love YouTube picks with the smile when the Habs win. Hey, Randy N. Thank you for that, brother. Thank you, Randy N. I appreciate that. Love your YouTube picks with the smile. Hey, that's awesome. Would Jake Muzzin be good for Mete? I don't think so. I don't think I'm giving up anyone for Mete, honestly. Well, yes, he only has 6 points. He is playing good defensively. And I have to agree with who said it? Julian, Mete for the Norris as said. Yep, Mete for the Norris, absolutely. But Julian, yeah, great game by Weal. Definitely great game by Weal. We are going to get into him. And I'm going to get into that now because it's already been 18 minutes and we have not talked Habs once. Or we have not talked about the game at all. So Price was obviously a net. In the first minute, Price was making some big saves apparently. I actually missed the first minute because I was on the drums that were behind me and I mistimed it and I missed the first minute of the game on my stream. So apparently he robbed Ovechkin twice, which is funny because that would have given Ovechkin a hat trick. And that means Canadians would have won 5-4 if the game went the rest of the way that it did. Oh, God, I'm sorry for bumping the desk. And then after the first minute, the Habs started to play well. And they were playing quite physically. They're trying to match the Capitals with Weber and Sherratt together, which is what was said before the game. At first, I wasn't sure if that was going to work. I was like, I don't know. The team who usually hits more, courtesy of the hockey guy. This is not my stat. This is the hockey guys. At least in the past couple years, the team who hits more usually loses. So, yeah. But Cousins and Weal, they went offside. That could have stopped a really good chance at a goal. And I put, why is no one covering Ovechkin except for Gallagher? Everyone knows the only place he scores from, and that's going to bite the Habs in the ass. And it kind of did later on. Price played very well. He stopped a lot of big shots thus far in the game at that point, which I believe was close to 8-9 minutes in. And then Ilya Samsonov, after the Washington timeout with the Capitals coaching to his players. Wow, really? The Habs? Yeah, the Habs held the Caps to like 0 shots. I think they got maybe 1 off until roughly the end of the second period, which was really great. Oilers versus Stars tomorrow. Who will win? Oilers. Yeah, I agree, Julian. Oilers. I would like the Stars to win to get into a playoff spot, but I definitely see the Oilers going in and taking it. If McDavid and Draisaitl have another 6-point night and combine for 11 points again, I would love that because it would help my fantasy league a lot, or my fantasy Sportsnet fantasy. I don't know. Is there another fantasy league besides Sportsnet that I don't know about? Because I would really like to know about any other sports league, Sportsnets, any other hockey fantasy league stuff. Fantasy hockey. That's all I gotta say. Fantasy hockey. I can't speak tonight. It's 10:30. Despite what the clock says, I'm still too lazy to change it. No splashback again. Woo. I think the second period was the Habs. Oh, yeah, the Habs' best period of the season easily when they scored those 4 points or those 4 goals in what was it, four goals in 8 minutes or something like that. That second period was the best the Canadiens have had this season, I think. Just honestly, it was their best period this season, honestly, and we're gonna get into it in a minute, but I feel Tom Wilson wasn't skating at the end of the loss for the Habs. Yeah, Weber wanted to rip Wilson's head off, and we're gonna get into that at the end of the game, Randy. I'm definitely gonna get into that, and I put something very, very special for Tom Wilson. But Ilya Samsonov almost costing the Capitals an own goal. He almost pulled a Jake Allen, and the puck went off the backboards, I believe, and he almost kicked it into his own net. He almost kicked it in his own net, and but thankfully for the Capitals, it went off the post, and he was able to cover it. In NHL 19 GM mode, I traded Freddie Anderson and Cody Ceci for Price and Fleury. Oh my God! How do you do that? Was there any draft picks, or were those both 1-for-1 trades? Like, how do you do that in NHL 19? Like, did you make Ceci a 99 overall spotlight? But Suzuki and Lehkonen played very well in the third line. They were really impressing me in the cap zone. They got good chances off. And Suzuki, we're going to see why he impressed me in just a little bit when we talk about the second. Both 1-for-1 trades. Oh, my God. Jesus. God, are you talking about Cale Fleury or Marc-Andre Fleury? I assume you're talking about Cale Fleury. I hack NHL 19. You do, Spotlight. That makes me wish I still had a working PS4. Yeah, I almost said PS3. I have a working PS3. No working PS3 controllers, though. It almost makes me wish I had a working PS4 to play NHL 17, because that's the one I have. Yeah, it was a great game by the Suzuki line. By the Supreme Propane, whatever his nickname is in juniors. By that line, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good lineup. 7 viewers. Oh my God! How? I have 6 viewers still. 3 likes. This is awesome. I got into the NHL database and stole the system. NHL 19 must be made by Maple Leaf season ticket holders waiting for a cup, even if it's in gamers mode. It must be. I'll Google it later. I got to get back to the game. Duran with a good chance. Samsonov's there to deny a shot, though, and Domi played good defense. He stops Orlov from getting a shot off. 4 likes. Oh my God! Thank you all so much. And then Gallagher wanted Kempney. The refs are holding Gallagher off, though. It was after a shot. Oh, this was off the backboard. After the shot on the backboard from Sherrod, it almost goes to the net. Kempney. I put Kempney should have been in the box for a holding. BRB got to use a washroom. All right, no worries, Spotlight. But Kempney, right after the shot, he just takes Gallagher, puts him in a headlock. That should have been a holding, honestly. He was stopping. Do you know if Duran was okay after the game? Well, Duran was back for the third period, thankfully. So I believe he is okay. But I don't know. There's something might come out that he's injured. I doubt it, though, considering he was back for the third. But yeah, you never know. I'm pretty sure he's okay, though. I kind of deserve that for the way I've been talking about the Habs. I'm for the Cats. I'm gonna do this one blindfolded. Where was I? I was talking about Kempney. Oh yeah, Gallagher wanted Kempney after the shot on the backboard, and Kempney should have been in the box for holding. I'm gonna try to open my eye if I'm able to, and I sort of am. Armia with a nice wraparound, and then the final seconds of the first. Samsonov it was there though for the save. Have I been saying Samsonov? I meant Samsonov. Damn it. And then heading into the first period, it's scoreless. I'm looking in the okay. I can't. Yeah, Jesus. I'm not good with water. Don't put water around me. Apparently, if it's in the hard to drink casing. Heading into the first, it's scoreless. Shots are 15-9 for the Canadiens. And then Jonathan Drouin. This is where we're going to get into this. In the second period, about 4 or 5 minutes in, Jonathan Drouin is a water vodka. And sadly, it's not vodka, it's water. I may be acting drunk, but I swear to God, it's water. But this is where we get into it. Jonathan Drouin is laid out by Alex Ovechkin. And then Phillip Danault and Brendan Gallagher go right after him, and good for him. Good. It's great to see teammates going after Ovi. That was a dirty hit. I'm a Habs fan living in Australia at the moment, so I can only watch highlights on YouTube after the game was going on with Kotkaniemi. I loved watching him last year. Is he injured? Blake Ozen, hello there. A Habs fan living in Australia. That is awesome. That's awesome. Kotkaniemi, basically what's going on with him is he's been scratched for a couple games, and I just realized I did not put the green marker. I did not put the injured tab under Koki. So I'm actually going to give him a little star like that. Good dynamite indeed. But that was an awful Australian. Don't let me do an Australian accent ever again, please. But Kotkaniemi, basically with him is he has a groin injury, and he's missed the past, I believe, 4 games with it. And he's been skating. He's been skating though. He has been skating, so he might be back next game. But I'm sure in the next week or so he'll be back. Actually, next game is tomorrow. I don't think he'll be back in time for the game against the Devils. I would think this coming Tuesday, which I believe is the next game, he might be back for that. So Blake, that's what's been going on with Kotkaniemi. He's injured, but he is skating, so he should be back pretty soon. I don't know if he's wearing a contact jersey or non-contact. GG to the Habs. Great goal for Suzuki. I love watching him. I have to film my recap tomorrow for the Wheelers versus Avs. Excuse me. Good night, everyone. GG to the Habs. Great stream again. Hope to get far in the future. Hey, Spotlight. Thank you. Indeed, GG to the Habs. I believe GG to the Oilers. I believe. Oh yeah, that was the game. That was the game last night. It was a 6-2. Kind of a big deal. GG to the Oilers, and I'll be sure to watch your recap tomorrow if I'm able to. Thank you for the great stream comment. I appreciate it, and I'm sure you're doing great yourself. I'll have to definitely check out more of your videos. Blake, thanks, man. Appreciate the update. You're very welcome. You're free to stick around, by the way, if you want for the rest of the game recap. If not, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to do what you want. I understand watching me drink water for 5 seconds is not exactly that appealing, but I kind of can't drink it very fast or else it goes all over the place. Blake Ozen, thank you for the subscription. Oh my God. It's great to see YouTube actually notifying me of subscribers to the channel. Wow, thank you very much for that. Oh my God. Now that we've gotten through those comments, I'm about to go off. I'm about to turn to Don Cherry up in here. I only have 2 viewers for this, so thankfully I can't be canceled. Ovi should have been in the box. He shouldn't have even been in the box. He should have been sent out. That should have been the game for him. Drouin did not see Ovi. He didn't see Ovi coming. He had no time to react. And Ovi jumped beforehand. And Drouin left to go to the back, and hopefully he's fine. How is there no reparation? Fuck. How is there nothing given to Ovechkin on that? How does Ovechkin go without even so much as a 2-minute minor on that play? How is there no call on Alex Ovechkin for that blatantly dirty hit? Like, honestly, despite the fact Drouin came back, that still should have been a 2-minute minor at the least. At the most, it should have been a game misconduct, I think. Drouin did come back, yes, but still, if he didn't come back, and if Drouin was getting evaluated for a concussion right now, and he is proven to have a concussion, how is that still not a minor at the least? If the NHL does not follow up on this, I don't know what they count as a suspendable hit then. If it was Tom Wilson, they'd be following it up. I'm not a defender of Tom Wilson. I'm just using him as an example. If this were Tom Wilson hitting Jonathan Drouin, he'd have a hearing in 2 days. He'd have a hearing on Sunday, He would have a hearing in 2 days about him hitting Jonathan Drouin. And since it's Alex Ovechkin, it's not a dirty hit, apparently. I don't get why the officials didn't call that. It was a blatant dirty hit, and Ovi jumped. This is one of several dirty hits I've seen Ovi deliver, not this year, but overall in his career. Like, come on, how blind does the league have to be until they realize Ovi is one of those Russians who hits people when they don't see it? Ovi, that I'm a huge Malkin fan. He can be like that, but at least Malkin isn't always like that. It's only when you set him off. It was still 1-0. It was 0-0 at that point. There was nothing to justify Ovi blindsiding Drouin. There is nothing that should justify Jonathan Drouin getting hit like that. And I agree with Julian. It was a dangerous hit. It was very dangerous. He was out on the ice for a few minutes, and good on Danault and Gallagher for going after Ovechkin. But I'm pretty sure, since it's not an 18-year-old like Cale Fleury or Nick Suzuki, Ovechkin did not want to fight them. Because it was not an 18-year-old that he could easily knock out, Ovechkin did not want to fight. Whew, all right, I think that's it until we get into something else a little later. Blake, no problem, man. Good old PI boy that needs a Habs fix. Great, Blake. I'm glad you're sticking around. Hello, Gino. I'm sorry for the rant that you just had to endure. I'm quite heated, honestly. I'm quite heated right now. I'm actually gonna drink some more water because my mouth is quite dry from that. Oh, just a moment. Just a moment. I don't know why I'm blocking myself drinking water. It's not like it's vodka or anything. It's actually not vodka, but yeah. Whew. Okay, so yeah, Gino, hello. Blake, great to see you're gonna stick around. Let's get back into the game before I lose my goddamn mind about Drouin getting hit again. By the way, before you ask, I did select this is not made for kids because I knew I was gonna rant about Ovechkin. If Sportsnet wants to hire me for Hockey Night in Canada tomorrow, I will gladly do so. I'll gladly go to Toronto or wherever the hell it's filmed and be Don Cherry 2.0. Yeah. You need to liven things up a touch. Jason Vanderbroek, thank you. I do need to liven things up. And you know what? We're gonna get into it because the Habs are about to fucking explode. They're about to go off. So after the hit, Tatar and Suzuki get a very nice chance in front. Samsonov's there for a good save, though. And then Brent Kulak with a great save for Price. With the net wide open, Price came out of the net for the initial save. Brent Kulak, who played well tonight. He didn't have a point, but he played well tonight. He goes in front of the net and he stops the empty netter, or the wide open net, I should say. We didn't pull Price. I've been going for 34 minutes and I'm just now getting into the goal scoring, so that shows how sidetracked I've gotten. I'm about to lose my voice as well. And then it's a 3-on-1. Cousins gets a good chance. Samsonov is there for the save. Cousins should have passed the puck, I put. But here we go, boys. Phillip Danault scores to make it 1-0 for the Canadiens, his 6th of the year, from Tomas Tatar and Brendan Gallagher. If we can count Tatar's points, please. Thank you very much. And then Shea Weber. Has any of the boys dropped the gloves this year? Never seen any of that on YouTube highlights. Drop the gloves. Tatar, no. Weber, no. Drouin, no. I don't think any of them have. I think Domi did once. I think Domi did earlier this year. I forget with who. I think it was in a game against an Ottawa. I'm pretty sure it was the Ottawa game, actually. Have we played Ottawa? I gotta look. I just gotta look real quick. I really should have kept. Oh wait, OBS is open right here. I can literally just check at my NHL resignings. Montreal Canadiens regular season. All right. Did we play Ottawa yet this year? Oh, wow. We've not played Ottawa yet, actually. Okay, so what game was it? I think it might have been Buffalo then. It might have been Buffalo. There was Domi, but he missed his shot. I don't think so this year. Oh, yeah. I think Domi did fight in Toronto. Did he? Oh, yeah, he might have. I think Domi might have fought in Toronto. That actually sounds really familiar. now that you mentioned it, Julian, thank you for that. But as far as I remember, I don't think any of the boys have fought on Drop the Gloves this year. I'm pretty sure a fight is coming soon. There was almost a fight with Weber and Wilson, which we're gonna get into later. Ooh. Oh god, I lost my notes. I gotta get back to my notes. All right, here we go. Woo! Okay, so Shea Weber with a massive slap shot. Blake, you're very welcome. Weber with a massive slap shot, gets it past Ilya Samsonov, makes it 2-0 for his 6th of the year. And I was gonna put this is the game where a bunch of Habs are gonna get their 5th goals of the season. But I realized no one else would be able to get their 6th of the year unless Domi scores one first and Suzuki scores one first. So yeah. Also, that feeling when Nick Suzuki is tied for 4th in goal scoring because you have one guy tied at 8, two guys tied at 1, 3 guys tied for 6 goals, and then you're tied with Domi for 4 goals. Yeah, our Habs goal scoring is really improving this year. I think it's safe to say that. But Weber gets one past Samsonov. It's 2-0. About a minute or so later, it's from Shea and Danault. And then Lars Eller hits Tomas Tatar. It's without the puck. Why no penalty? That's 2 hits now. One by a former Canadian and Lars Eller. That, by definition, is interference when he hits someone who doesn't have the puck. How is there no penalty on that? Yeah, just give me a minute. I have to reply to a friend, by the way. My apologies. Just a minute. My apologies, actually. This is quiet. Actually, usually I'm very quiet. And then Jordan Weal scores. He makes it. He's back in the lineup tonight. He makes it 3-0 with his 3rd of the season. So quite a bit going on here. It's a shot that goes right off the post, and it's from Thompson Tatar. So Tatar, 2 points tonight, and Thompson with his 6th assist of the year. That's awesome. I'm very happy to see Thompson doing very well. And that's 3 goals in. Can you watch the game from Australia? Oh, yeah, true. Blake, would you be able to watch the game from Australia? Because if not, I have a site you'd be able to use for the games. You would just need ad block because it's kind of unwatchable without ad block. But yeah, that's 3 goals in just over 5 minutes for the. Why'd I put for the Capitals? Oh God, that's 3 goals in just over 5 minutes for the Habs. You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna keep it as Capitals just because I keep all the imperfections. And then it's a Montreal power play with Garrett Hathaway to the box for a tripping call. And during the power play, it's either Backstrom. Oh, God, I only have 1 viewer. Oh, my God. Oh, no. I guess YouTube did not like me saying I have a site you can use. Oh, no. Is my internet out? Can you not hear me? Oh, God, I really hope that's not the case. I'm going to continue the review either way. It's either Backstrom or Eller who high sticks. It's either Cousins or Suzuki. That should have been a penalty as well. That should have been a 5-on-3 with the extra 2 since there was blood. I've been trying a few sites, but with no success. 12-hour time change here too. So usually start around 8 a.m. Oh, God. So it's around 11 a.m. for you then, I would think. Oh, no. That's not good. Ooh. Try onhockey.tv. Next Habs game is tomorrow, so around 7 o'clock your time, I believe it would be. 7 or 8 a.m. your time. OnHockey.tv has all the games. Anyone you're looking to watch. OnHockey.tv is usually the site I use because I'm boycotting Sportsnet. Oh yeah, Hockey to Beast 413. I forgot. I did not realize he had a Facebook group. I did not realize that. I'll actually have to check him out because I might want to use him instead. But it should have been a 5-on-3. with the extra 2 for blood. I don't get why. It's not a power play. But the Habs don't score on the power play. Right afterwards, it looks like it's Brendan Gallagher's goal, but no, he did not. He didn't touch it. It's Suzuki from Danault and Tatar. So Tatar with 3 assists tonight. It's his 4th of the season. That makes it 4-0. So yeah, Nick Suzuki with his 4th of the year, and it makes it 4-0. That's very, very interesting. Funny enough, the only it could have been Thompson or Byron that could have made it 2-0, and then Riley, Foley, Kulak, or Fleury could have scored their 1st of the year. That could have made it 1-0 if you want to stick with that pattern. And then the Canadiens afterwards, they played incredibly well, getting the 4-goal lead, really showing they're not to be taken lightly this year. Thanks, guys. You're very welcome. I hope the stream is not lagging because the time just lagged for a bit. So if it just missed, if you guys couldn't hear me for the past 10 seconds or 20 seconds, please let me know. I remember when I was in Australia watching Habs playoff at very not practical times with work days. Oh, that's awesome. Well, Julian, you were in Australia. Oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome, actually. I was about to say maybe that'll be the same way this year, but I don't think you're in Australia if you put when you were. So yeah. Hopefully you're a few years before. Oh, nice. A few years before. I'm sure Australia is really beautiful. Yeah, great country. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a really great country. Where am I? Okay, Cousins misses a wide open net. That could have spotted him his 3rd of the season. It could have made meat pies are great. I don't like meat pies, surprisingly. Oh God, I don't like meat pies. I hear you, man. Here on a working holiday visa. Been here since February. Beautiful spot. Oh wow, since February. Wow, that's kind of cool, honestly. Going to work, I need to go to someplace else. That sounds awesome, actually. Cousins missed. That could have made the game 5-0. But at the end of the second, Habs lead 4-0. Shots are 15-9 again for the Habs, so it's 30-18 are the final shots. Yeah, enjoy Blake, definitely, and enjoy Australia while you can. I'm sure you're gonna miss it while you're not there. Get all the meat pies. And Jerome came back for the 3rd. They mentioned it on commentary because I was watching the NBC feed. I switched for the TSN feed and it was very laggy, so I went back to the MSNBC feed. But Jerome came back for the 3rd, thankfully. The Capitals went to the power play with Jeff Petrie to the box for interference. So some things are interference, some things aren't, apparently. And then Thompson, at 35 years old, gets in the Capital zone shorthanded, gets a shot off. He's a great 4th line guy with able to do that. He's really fast for a 35-year-old, honestly. And then Ovechkin, who should be in the back for the dirty hit on Drouin, he scores. He scores, rings it off the post. It's from Drouin. It's from Carlson and Backstrom. It's good for my fantasy league because Carlson's on my team, but it sucks Price doesn't get the shutout tonight, and he wouldn't have either way. And I'm sure you can tell by the title down there, up here, on the side, wherever the hell YouTube places it nowadays. And then the Habs are playing a little sloppy after the cap zone. They got tangled up in their own zone. They gave away the puck quite a bit in their own zone. And then Byron decides not to shoot on a 2-on-1 before getting laid out without the puck. How is that not a call? There was so much that could have been called in this game that wasn't. And how it wasn't, I don't know. Honestly, there was a lot of missed calls tonight, and honestly, I feel this game should have been 7 or 8-2 for the Canadiens. I honestly think if you give Ovi a 5-minute major or a 10-minute misconduct, and the Habs are on the power play for half of the second, this game is 8-0. This game is 8-0 by the end of the second, I think. About an hour west of Melbourne, close to Ballarat, working on a horse farm. Been all over the East Coast through traveling in a van, working now to do it all over again. Hey, nice. That sounds awesome, actually. Blake, I'm hoping you enjoy your work, and I'm hoping you're enjoying Australia right now. That actually sounds like a really nice job. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. Ooh, and Samsonov. Is there any news on who's taking Don's spot? I don't know, actually. All I know is that Ron McLean, I guess his mom, unless it was a misspelling. Ron McLean's mom said that Ron will be will be live tomorrow. I'm not going to watch Sportsnet directly. I'm going to watch it on Hockey because I refuse to watch Sportsnet anymore. Hashtag boycott Sportsnet. But I'm going to watch it on Hockey just to see who the hell they get to replace Don Cherry. Honestly, my vote's on Sean Avery. If Sean Avery wants to go back to the Sean Avery character, I would 100% be in favor of Sean Avery taking Don Cherry's spot. Him or Jeremy Roenick. I think Roenick might be the better guy just because he really does believe in the things he says, unlike Avery, who's obviously in a character, or at least he was when he was in the league still. Of course, he seems like a great guy outside of hockey. But I think Jeremy Roenick taking Don Cherry's spot would be good. Unless, of course, somehow overnight tonight they're like, oh shit, we really messed up. Let's get Don back, and then they get him back in. But if they don't, I'd be in favor of Jeremy Roenick or Sean Avery, unless they just stick with Ron Solo, which I mean I would sort of be up for. Not really though. Thanks, man. Oh, nice, Blake. I'm glad you are enjoying it. How am I saying? Enjoying it. I hope you are. I'm sure you are. As you said, I don't know. I've been streaming for close to an hour, so I should really wrap up soon. Thankfully, I am. Samsonov makes some pretty good saves on Fleury, and then Drouin, Danault, excuse me, not Drouin, stopping another goal. And then Evgeny Kuznetsov to make it 4-2. And I was really getting paranoid about the Caps coming back at that point. I put, please pull Samsonov so Habs can score. And then Price makes a great save on a Richard Panik backhand shot with about 3:40 left. Keeps it a 2-goal game. And Samsonov is then pulled 10 seconds later with 3:30 left. I put Weber and Wilson going at it. And this is probably going to get me in a bit of trouble with what I'm about to say, just because of the language I'm going to use. But I put Wilson is too much of a pussy to fight Weber. And I really think he was. And I'm gonna speak on this now. Domi and Gudas went after it, the cross-check battle. Gudas was too much of a pussy to fight Domi. There could have been 2 fights tonight. Domi could have dropped the gloves, and Weber could have dropped the gloves. They should have. Though for some reason during Domi and Gudas, they were just going at it, and the refs didn't blow the whistle. The play kept going on for some reason. And then, thankfully, before the Domi stuff, Montreal leads 5-2, an empty net goal from Tomas Tatar. He goes from 15 points to 19 points with this game. Tatar gets the empty netter, 7th of the year from Sherratt and Weber. So Weber with a few points tonight. Yeah, and then the Habs beat the Capitals 5-2. Final shots are 40-27 for the Canadiens. They really proved themselves as a team not only to be overlooked, or to not be overlooked with the victory, but they also end the Capitals' 13-game point streak. They were 11-0-2 coming into tonight. This is a massive victory for the Canadiens. And this is a massive victory for the Canadiens is really all I can say. That's the best way you describe this game, winning 5-2 against the team who's right now in a President's Trophy situation. That's a great thing for the Canadiens to do. And on that, I'm going to get out of here in just about a minute. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which Clues but is not limited to. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry Rice. Subscribe to my Puff Club. Subscribe to join the HD Club. Shout out to my moderator, Jesse, who is usually in the chat but is not here tonight as he has not been in the stream for about 15 minutes. Julian, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. You'd be making great streams if you were to stream, and you should if you want to get into the YouTube game. It's really fun, definitely. You'd have me as a viewer. My moderator, Jesse, who's usually in the chat, sadly he's not. Shout out to him for getting me the dope webcam that I'm seeing now. Links in the description. Thanks, mate. Be back tomorrow. Hope the stream works. Thank you, Blake. I'm sure it will. Take care. Not too much water before bed. Yeah, I got a little bit left. I've had about half of my water bottle. I can't be peeing myself in my literal deflated bed because I don't have a bed yet. I have one, but it's just that's at my sister's house waiting to be delivered here. So I'm stuck with a deflated air mattress right now. But yeah. Links in the description are my Twitter and my Twitch. Oh yeah, Blake, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope to see you tomorrow after the Habs and Devils game. Julian, thank you. I will take care for sure. Links in the description are my Twitter and my Twitch. My Twitter I'm using a bit more recently. Take it easy, you too, Julian. My Twitter I don't use too much. I've been speaking on it more a little bit recently with the Don Cherry situation. My Twitch I don't use at all right now, but if I do start using it, it'll obviously be for games. If I can figure out how to use OBS with Streamlabs and not have it buffer like crazy. My Amazon wishlist is also in the description. That's obvious what it is. Since I don't use Streamlabs right now for donations or whatnot. That's the only way you could do anything like that if you wanted to. It's not suggested. Well, it is suggested because I'm talking about it. It's not required. If you want to just chat or lurk or whatever, thank you. Any little bit helps. Whether you're viewing, you're liking, commenting, sharing, whatever you're doing, I appreciate it. The wish list is really just if you want to show 100%. No. The wish list is really just if you want to do it. If you want to, that's dope. If you don't want to, that's also dope. And finally, my letterbox is in the description. Will do, boss. Right back at you. Thank you, Blake. Thank you for Julian and Blake sticking in most of the stream. My letterbox is also in the description. That is where I will rate and review movies. It's mostly rating right now. I've done a few reviews. I need to review Zombieland Double Tap because I saw that a couple days ago. I rated it. I might review it. I'm not sure yet. It might be on the channel though. But yeah, so that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace.